Hi guys, here we are in the beautiful and gorgeous Yaletown. Yaletown is one of those places that you have to come if you are in Vancouver because it is so beautiful. It has a lot of skyscrapers, towers, and at the same time you can see the amazing restaurants, the majority of which are so chic and modern and awesome. So this place is very nice to come to, either for your daytime activity or even at night, because the beautiful lighting here is something jaw-dropping. Yaletown is very special to me because I believe it has got everything that you would imagine. The beauty of modern skyscrapers and towers and condo, plus the beautiful, traditional and classic buildings that can take you into years ago or maybe centuries ago. This combination, of course, can amaze you as well. So let's explore the Yaletown and its amazing restaurants and cafes on this Sunday. Today is a Sunday here, and as you might guess, Sundays are not that much busy here in Vancouver. I don't know about the place that you live in, but based on my own experience here and in other cities and places that I've already experienced living in, Sunday is mostly not busy compared with Saturdays or Fridays, because people usually try to take a rest. Maybe they are just coming out of the hangover, or maybe they are trying to make some prepped food for the upcoming week, and just trying to recharge their batteries that way in order to be ready for the week ahead of themselves. So that's why, even though it's something like 1:30 in the afternoon on Sunday, you cannot see a lot of people here. Of course, there are a lot of people in the restaurants because it's the dining time and they're enjoying themselves, especially with their family members and friends. But yeah, that's it. So tell me about your place. Is it the same that I explained, or no? Maybe your place is different. Tell me, where do you live? I'm so excited to know you more, guys. The other reason that maybe stops a lot of people just coming out of home is because it is rainy. So of course it's a very, very light rain, something like drizzle, but of course it is not sunny, and maybe people do not have that kind of motivation to come outside, because whenever it's sunny, believe me, everybody, no matter where they live, they try to get outside of home and they're so excited about it. So I'm sure that in many countries, especially the ones where they do not get that much sunlight, people get excited when it comes to the sunny days and times. So yeah, that's it about Yaletown. Should be talking about something that is very, let's say, seriously practiced here, and that is about different kinds of drugs and weed and things like that. So that comes to my surprise to see a lot of people just smoking here in Vancouver, whether they are females or just males or bisexuals. So a lot of people just are smokers here, and I really didn't expect it, because it's a kind of developed country, and you usually expect these kind of countries to be quite just in peace with this matter. But I'm not against these kind of things, but maybe I can support those kind of healthy habits in a much more sensible way. For example, I usually compare here Canada to Australia, because I've been to Australia for a while as well, And before coming here, I thought that it would be the same in this regard as well. But to my very surprise, it is not. So the majority of the youth and maybe the elderly even like this kind of lifestyle, and it's their lives, and just we do appreciate them as well. But I thought that I should be talking about that matter here as well. The other thing which is very important is the fact that the smell of the weed especially is something that is felt everywhere. So when it comes to the public, and that kind of smell can be annoying really, because you do not want to smell it, you do not want to be the second-hand smoker. But as far as it is free to do it in the public, everybody does it, and they just pass you while you're smoking, and you have nothing to say or to express. Of course, it is not my ideal situation, and I try to avoid those kind of smokers because the smell of grass or even the smell of cigarettes is not fulfilling at all. When you smoke, you really enjoy it apparently, but when you just smell it, it is somehow disgusting, and it stings, and I don't like it really. And I believe that even those smokers do not like the smell itself, if the whole experience is taken from them. Talking about drugs, I should be telling you about the new policy that has been legalized lately. It's about the other kind of drugs. I mean, not weed, because it has been completely legal for a while, but the other kinds like cocaine and the other ones have been legalized as well. So in a very specific proportion, people can carry and can enjoy themselves having and smoking them. So naturally, there are a lot of let's say discussions and debates over that, whether it's a good decision or not. A lot of people just support the idea and the new policy, and a lot of other people just disagree with it, and they believe that it is not a good thing to go for, because it just advertises that kind of lifestyle and the purchase for these kind of drugs, and maybe the youth and teenagers in particular would be somehow encouraged to go for that, because whenever we see that something is legal, maybe we have the idea and thought that if it is legal, so there is no harm for you to go for that, and maybe that kind of belief and attitude would bring a lot of disadvantages to the society within a period of time. So anyway and anyhow, both of these sides of discussion have their valid arguments. I personally do not like it, but I know that there are a lot of nice, let's say, reasons behind this policy as well. So like always, making a decision and being into politics is very difficult, and it is not my cup of tea. So I would just pass it on to those people who are responsible for doing so and making a decision. And I hope that whatever the outcome is actually will benefit our society and Canadians. Yeah, that's it. What do you think of that? Do you think it's a good idea to make it free for different kinds of people to enjoy their lives just with different kinds of drugs, or not? Because that can bring you to the position that you are not willing to take. For example, maybe your siblings or your children would like to give it a try, and you cannot stop them because it is legalized and they want to go for it. Or maybe even though none of your family members is somehow dealing with that kind of thing, the society somehow is filled with those kind of addicts little by little, because they like to try it, and after a while we know what happens. So the number of those people who deal with the addiction will rise. So what do you think? Do you still let's say support this belief that it has to be practiced freely, or no, you disagree with that kind of practice? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Guys, let's explore this beautiful Yaletown together.